Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG. We're on the northeastbourne of Arctic Region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and we're looking at Oxagon in charge, and alongside him in the Lorraine 50-ton is Soul Collector. Battle about to start. I think one of the first things you can see straight away is that Oxagon's got 3 marks of excellence on the barrel of his 212A and on the barrel of quite a few of the Artys that he's got in his collection. He's decided he's actually going to create a kind of dummy there by moving into the wire fencing, the barbed wire, and he's pulled back out of it again. And hopefully if the enemy does fire at him, they'll think that he's actually gone into that fencing and he's not actually where he actually is. I think he's trying to create a dummy there. Okay, going for the object treble 7, rounds out. Well, he got 2 for 1 there because he actually hit the treble 7 2 and the Emil 2 at the same time. Now he has changed position just slightly, just in case the enemy was watching. And we're now looking at the Emil 2, trying to go past on that cliff edge with cliff edge water side. It's very, very dangerous there actually. You can so easily fall into the water, and if you haven't got enough height or enough speed, you might not be able to make it out. He goes for the 777 again, and that's a splash hit. Now up towards the north, an AMX 1390's been spotted. He's doing a scouting run, it's very obvious. Standard reload time for this Arty is 37.39 seconds. It's got the 203mm howitzer capable of 900 alpha, and you can see the Oxagon's got 28.65 on his reload. He's actually selected to go to that 777 again, who's getting mightily fed up by now because he keeps getting hit, and he lost another 131. Now the good thing about this Arty is you do get sufficient ammo capacity, 40 rounds, and Oxagon's actually decided to take 8 rounds of armor piercing, and they actually can be quite deadly to some of these heavy tanks because they've got penetration of 258mm of armor with 600 alpha. That one landed short of the T30. He still hasn't selected the premium rounds. He's still making do with just standard HE to start with. Ideally, he would use the standard HE against the light tanks because, of course, he gets more penetration on them. But just use the HE against these ones. But you have to get penetrating shots or actually direct hits to make these ones work. He fires a HE at the T30 and it lands to one side and splashes him. So if he actually had selected the AP round there or the premium HE, he probably wouldn't have done as much damage. Way at the back here we've got a Skoda. Now they do have thin armour. A Skoda T50, it's a Tier 9 Czech medium. He's elected to go for the IS-3, rounds out. Direct hit, look at that one, that's a pen. 919 hit points of damage off that shot alone. That one definitely went through him, and now he's a one-shot. In fact, I think that Oxagon wants to take his, or claim his soul in the very next shot. If he lands it just next door to him, he's going to be a goner. It's loaded, but he's elected to go for the T30. Rounds out. Oh! That's so unfortunate. The T30 expired to a shot from Soul Collector. Was it? No, it wasn't Soul Collector. It was our Doom Turtle. Soul Collector just collected an IS-3 2 and another enemy at almost one after the other. Now we've noticed there's some enemy tanks fairly nearby. Not just the light tanks, but also these ones over here. He's going to go for the Progetto first. Rounds out. Gets a direct hit for 292. Still got 12 rounds of HE left. But that Progetto's trying to get into cover around the corner. He's taken 2 big hits and he's still stunned. We have picked up some stun assist, or rather Oxagon has got it. Lining up the second shot on the tortoise. Rounds out. Well, it's only a splash for 105. I do have the feeling the tortoise is moving forward. Oh, he's not. Bad move. Now this would be a good time to switch to the premium HE. And this time around he gets 301 off the standard HE. The premium HE, as you can see here, does 1200 alpha and 65mm of pen. It probably wouldn't get through the tortoise, but with 1200 alpha you get a 600 hit if you got through. Unfortunately, tortoise has died, which means no more hit points to be collected from him, but it's good for the team anyway because they are 4 up on the enemy, and it looks like this battle is definitely going Oxagon's way. Ooh, now that's nice. We've got an EBR-90. We're loaded. He fires the round in. Oh! It would have been close. It would have been very close. There's only 4 enemies left. Now there's only 3 left on the enemy team. A Progetto 66. He's just died. Now we've got a Char Future 4. He's up near that the heights. And the last remaining enemy is their batch at 155.55, and he's way back at their enemy cap area. I think the Emil 2's after him. Soul Collector's still alive in the Lorraine 50 ton, and he's actually got 5 kills already. If he can get this one, well, it's a big hit. And oh yes, look at that! Shells went in from all directions, but it was the 705 who got the kill. That only leaves 1 remaining enemy. And well, Soul Collector's doing his best to get to him as quickly as he can to try and collect that last kill. And he gets it! And that's a top gun for Soul Collector in the Lorraine 50 ton. Nicely done. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Oxagon in the 212A. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 10. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team. In fact, it did help that he didn't get any kills, because that meant that every tank he hit was a tank that was taken out by his teammates and counted towards his Confederate. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in the game didn't go to Oxagon. It went to his platoon mate. Yes, Soul Collector ended up with 3,833 hit points out of that game. Very well done indeed. The second highest damage went to Oxagon with 3,131. And the third highest damage in the game went to a Doom Turtle, a T95, with 2,754. When it came to kills, it was Soul Collector. He got 6 kills out of that game. Second highest was the T55A, who got 3 kills. And the third highest, well, jointly held, is the Doom Turtle, who got 2, and the Panhard EBR-90 on the enemy team, who also managed to get 2 kills. And Oxagon didn't get any kills at all, but as I said, that actually helped him in the way, because he actually got a medal out of it. And when it came to base XP, yep, it's Soul Collectors in the lead with 1,184. Second place was Oxagon with 1,075. And they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000. The third highest being the T55A, who got 944. Excuse me if my voice is going. I'm recording this at 4:13 in the morning. Yeah, I've been doing a binge on recordings, one after the other. Bang, bang, bang. Get them all out. And yes, so very well done by Oxagon, and especially by Soul Collector in that game. Let's have a look at detail for Oxagon. He fired 12 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetration. And the penetrating shot was the IS-3, as we saw. The shell went through his armor and actually, let's have a look, there you go. It 919 hit points. It wasn't actually an IS-3, it was an IS-3-2. It was the one with the double barrel gun. So Yes, even better. If we go back to the detail, we can see he also got 10 splashes on the enemy, 3,131 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, but he did get 3,842 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns, and that contributed to him getting the ace tanker. He earned 42,214 credits from the game, 18,996 credits from battle payments, a total of 88,649 credits altogether. And after ammunition resupply and consumables, he still made a profit of 55,729 credits from the game. 1,075 XP, 4,839 from personal missions payout, and he also got 242 for playing a platoon, so his total XP was 6,694 experience points. A very good score. I'd love to know how much Soul Collector got, because all we saw that he got the shell-proof, a Viper effect and a Top Gun. He didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool, I'm afraid, so didn't get the high caliber. But it was a very efficient game, and it was nice that he actually got that Top Gun right at the end by killing the enemy Arty, because one of his teammates did fire at that chat and put a hole in him, but he managed to get a good shot with the Lorraine 50 ton, took him out of the game. So that's the end of the first battle, and a nice little victory for Oxagon. He sent us another replay, in fact he sent us 2, but I'll do the third one in a separate video. And the second replay is also in the 212A. As we can see, the second battle is on the Prokhorovka map, and it's the north spawn. And there is Soul Collector in the Lorraine 50 ton alongside Oxagon, and battle started. Now this battle only took place a short while after the last one, and that's why they're still playing the same tanks. Moving off into the bushes to try and find some cover. I'm sure he'll be inventive and move about a bit. You don't always have to stay in the same place. He's ready to go. Now you can pre-aim on this map, and it's usually advisable to check this side of the map. In fact, one of the enemy tanks, one of their lights, just went up on that corner and actually got hit. Didn't get a proper look at it, who it was, but I think it was either the EBR-90 or one of them. Get the mini-map back up. Yes, the EBR-90 is running around there. We've got a Patriot, the coloured one, and he takes the first hit for 409. Still the same 203mm howitzer, capable of doing 900 outputs. The B4 howitzer, as you can see there, 52mm of pen, 10.4 meters blast radius. With the premium HE, it does 1265mm of pen, but the blast radius is only 5 meters. And with the armor piercing, you have to get a direct hit. You do get 600 alpha, and it will penetrate through 258mm. Now notice, yep, I thought that I could hear that coming. I heard the rumble of a roar of an Arty firing. He doesn't have Sixth Sense on this, not Sixth Sense, he has Sixth Sense. He doesn't have the warning yet, the notification of the shell coming in. He's waiting for the rumble. Rounds out. Now, because there has been Arty fire in this direction, he will move after each shot now to avoid camp battery. It's the smart move, the smart play. You keep them guessing. Oh, looks like Soul Collector just hit that SU-130 PM. That shell did have a yellow result. So, yes, that was the Lorraine 50 ton of Soul Collector firing up at him. Okay, we're now going to aim for the tank which is across the railway line, or the centre of the map rather. It's the T10. Oh, there's 2 of them together! Oh, and he hit both of them. But the T10 took the brunt of it. 297 off that one. And he's changed position just slightly. The T10 got rid of his stun fairly quickly, but the 60 TP Lewandowski didn't. He actually kept his stun. He didn't bother to get rid of it. I think he wants to maintain his first aid kit for the moment. The enemy's pushing north on the east side of the map, and it looks like Soul Collector's pulled back because of that. Rounds out now. Looks good. Yep, he got both of them again. And Arty, yeah, there you go. You heard the rumble. The moment I hear that rumble, I'm moving, but normally I'm moving before then. If I'm in the hot Arty area, and this apparently appears to be one, there's only one Arty on the enemy team. It's a Batchat 155-55, but it looks like he is focusing on hitting us instead of our teammates. And that's good. If he keeps trying to hit us, he'll keep missing. Rounds out. Now, we didn't get to see the result of that shot, but we can understand why he's relocating. Doesn't want that enemy RT to get a chance to hit him. And now he's changing position altogether. I'd be interested to see if there's an RT round coming in on that spot. We know that the Batchat 155-55's got a reload time of about 26 seconds. Oxagon's got a reload time of about 28. Rounds out, looks good. Changes position. Direct hit. Oh, was a close hit. Not a direct hit. 200 hit points. He's getting some stun assist. And another enemy tank goes down. Soul Collector's actually come over to this side of the battlefield. Our Progetto 65's moved close to the railway line to stop the enemy coming across that side. We're only one up on the enemy at the moment, and he doesn't know where the enemy tanks are down there. We can see one enemy tank up on the hill, but it might be worth hitting the 121B who's nearby on the west side of the map, because hitting him might give our teammates something to fire at, because if they slow him down, he's staying over here for the moment. Rounds out. And yes, he does get a hit. 360 on the 60 TP, and he's changed position just enough to throw the enemy Arty off the track. In fact, it now looks like the enemy Arty is ignoring us completely, because he knows now that it's a mistake to try and counter battery, whilst there's a good chance that there's enemy tanks out there that could be hit instead. If he keeps spending his time trying to counter battery, all that will happen is that Oxagon will benefit as a result. And it's another hit this time. Oh, look at that stun assist. Masses of stun assist off the 277 being killed. The Jaeger was the one that got the kill. This is excellent on the counter battery moving. Oh, Heshbon on his way over to the railway line. He's taking damage. Now, can we slow him down? We're almost loaded. Rounds out. Looks good. Oh, it's very good. And he gets the stun assist. The Heshbon wasn't killed. But the mouse on our team just killed the enemy Arty, so that's good. We're now looking at the T10 being killed, and well, we're looking at 60 TP up at the railway line centre, and rounds out. Yes, that's a nice hit. 378. We don't have to relocate now. We'll just stay where we are and just keep blasting away. But in fact, actually, it will pay us to get closer to the enemy, because at this moment there's a standard B just the other side of the railway line. But he just got wiped out by our Progetto, which means now there's only 4 enemies left. So the closer we get to the enemy, the faster the reaction time. He's looking down this end of the railway line, but there's some enemy tanks up on the hill. Looks like the Heshbon's just the other side of the railway line. He's just been found. The ELC's going in for the kill. One of the enemy tanks drowned, and their 50 TP just got wiped out. That means the last enemy is the Heshbon, and he just got wiped out by the ELC EVA-90, and that is the end of the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Oxagon in the 212A. Yet again, 2 aces in a row. Then this one he managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in the game. He actually managed to get 8, but he didn't get any other medals, and we'll see why in a short while. Let's have a look at team score. Okay, he got the highest damage in the game, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. 3,150 hit points of damage to Oxagon. The second highest damage actually went to the Rheinmetall Borsig, who managed to get 2,909 hit points. And the third highest damage went to the Progetto 65, who got 2,892, with Soul Collector coming in fourth with 2,830. When it came to kills, neither of them actually were showing in the kills. Oxagon didn't get any kills, neither did Soul Collector in this game, but they did get some solid damage. The highest number of kills in the game went to the Progetto 65 with 3. 2 kills went to the Jagdpanzer, the Jägeru, the T95 FV4001, the ELC790, and the Borsig Waffenträger. And also, the only player who got 2 kills on the enemy team was their Standard B, and only 3 players managed to get kills at all on their game, and one of them was the EBR90, the other one was the Striv S1. When it came to base XP, it was the ELC790 who did the best, mainly because he was tier 8, and he got 1,366 base experience points. 1,154 went to Oxagon, and 1,020 went to the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. And those were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base. And we have to look a little way down the table. In 5th place was Soul Collector in the Lorraine 50 ton with 765. Oxagon fired 13 rounds in this one, kept moving about well as well. He got 7 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but he got 14 splash. Damage of 3,150 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 6 of the enemy, didn't get any kills, so somebody else must have scored a Confederate that he didn't get, and we can do a quick check to see did anyone well. The ELC790 got an Orlix and a Patrol GT. The Borsig, no, nothing there, nothing. The Confederate went to Soul Collector of all people, and he got 7 and 0. That's why Oxagon didn't get the Confederate, because it went to Soul Collector instead. He was being busy with the gun, but he wasn't picking up kills. He was actually hitting as many targets as he could. So no Confederate, because Soul Collector gets it, but he got 3,423 hit points of stun assist of 14 stuns, and that made him get the ace tanker. 41,655 credits from the game, 18,745 from battle payments, a grand total of 87,476 credits altogether, and after ammunition, resupply and consumables, he took away a profit of 52,646 credits. 1,154 XP, 1,731 from personal missions payout, and 260 for playing in a platoon, took away 3,722 experience points altogether. So yet another battle with an ace tanker. Sadly, no Confederate in this one, but then Soul Collector got it instead. You can't knock him for that. He was doing his job and doing it well, and I think they both had a fun battle. So if you enjoyed both of those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.